Amadou Ali, another wonderful person. Those two people, they're great Cameroonians. Boem is a great man, perfectly bilingual, very patriotic. Amadou Ali, I worked with him very well. At the time, we were two deputy directors. Nye Kamgao, who later became Fon of Banjul, we worked together very closely.
We knew ourselves from Boya right in the early days following independence, when Mr. ATOGHO was already third-class clerk, rising up, to assistant clerk of the legislature, then eventually rising up to clerk of the legislature of West Cameroon. The confidence which Pamuna had in Mr. ATOGHO led him to solicit me to become private secretary of Mr. Muna in 1970 when Mr. Muna, as vice president, was reappointed prime minister of West Cameroon. Mr. ATOGHO put me through a school of administration as a good manager, as a good team player. Sometimes in the administration you may feel frustrated because you have a boss who does not recognize even your own worth. But Mr. ATOGHO would correct you without hurting your ego. And he cherishes your contribution. He'll ask for it. He led by example every time. That is early to work, productivity at work, and working in a family. He was a good team player. I want to say that I learned a lot from him throughout the years that we worked together.
I worked under ATOGHO, who was director of cabinet, so he was my boss. Work began at 7:30. There was a break at 12 o'clock. We resumed at 2:30 to close at 5. And so we had to sign at 7:30, sign out at 12, sign in at 2:30, sign out at 5. The director of cabinet, he signed in all these times with us except 5 because we left. Each time we left, he stayed back to work. And that is the first thing that characterizes him, is respecting time, punctuality. I also know him as a boss who was not just a boss but a teacher. Every job you did and he corrected. He called you in to discuss the job with you before and after he had corrected your manuscript, to tell you why he corrected whatever was corrected. I gained a lot of experience from him. I was not an administrator, but I learned administrative drafting from ATOGHO. And he was also very fatherly. All of us, the staff, were like his children. And he wanted to see everybody who worked with him progress, including the drivers.
ATOGHO's assiduity and duty consciousness made him a huge attraction for senior administrators of the day. And so David ATOGHO would work in various capacities at the Prime Minister's Lodge in Buea, at the Southern Cameroon's House of Assembly, whose structures today host the services of the Buea Court of Appeals. He equally worked at the Civil Service Commission, the building that now houses the OIC. All these intricately linked to the political evolution of Cameroon that culminated in the 1972 referendum.
Events took us into 1972 with the referendum that brought about the United Republic. I was sent to Buea to coordinate the results of the referendum, and it was a referendum that everybody embraced with faith, with hope, Even if today we look back and people regret and say whatever they want to say, the spirit in which it was conducted was positive, and the expectations were high. And after the reunification, the abolition of the federal government, and when Mr. Muna became president of the National Assembly, he took me back again into his cabinet. That's how I became the director of cabinet and worked with him till 1988. And then when he